Hello and welcome to Story Debrief. I am Exotic Owl and I didn't expect to do this video purely with voiceover, but I can't find a good backdrop / lighting spot to record this, and I think I might be getting sick. So this will have to do. Anyways, today I am going to talk about the titles of Warrior Nun, specifically episodes 1 through 3 of season 2. But before I continue, if you have been living in a bubble, kind of how I've been honestly, there is news about Warrior Nun. There was an announcement of a movie trilogy, then after a while it has been silent until recently, where a competition has been announced. Now, here are my thoughts on that. First, I was excited for a movie trilogy, until I found out the creator and some of the crew aren't going to be working on the project. At least that's what I've seen in social media. Second is holding a competition and asking for other people's art for a poster without proper pay and no other information about the movies is suspicious. You shouldn't do these types of competitions. They will have all rights to your artwork and can store it away and do with it as they please. Check if I am right about that because I did read about it, but can't remember if that information is right. I can't remember where I found that information, but maybe there will be an article linked down below about these types of competitions in the description below. So now, I am honestly very cautious about these movies and not as excited as I used to be. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get back to what this video is about. These are going to be my interpretations of the episode titles of season 2. So let's jump right into episode 1 of season 2. Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone, without comparing themselves to someone else, for each one should carry their own load. Each and everyone has decided to approach their situation, based on where we pick up on the first episode, differently. Ava has her need to stop Adriel because she feels at fault, while Beatrice is still calculated but having her duties as protecting and staying discreet. Miguel befriending Ava and doing everything he can to make her trust him. Lilith is on a mission of finding Mary, which I believe she does and even partially lies to the crew. Maybe I will get to that in the future, but moving on. Vincent has worries on his mind that made him start drinking again. Christian is trying to push and help Jillian but might have a different motive that we find out about later on. Jillian is studying the portal and finding out how to save Michael. Camilla and Mother Superior are busy running the OCS in a convent. A new character I really like, aka Yasmin, is busy locating the OCS. Duretti is busy trying to push Adriel's cult away and deciding what the best course of action is. All their actions here lead up to all future consequences and causes, and every single one of them has been focused on what they were dealing with. Some have overlaps, but they all have different causes of worry in the end. From Ava and Beatrice getting drunk and following Miguel to Mother Superior and calling Duretti, Lilith talking to Vincent about Mary, Vincent drinking and attempting to recruit Lilith, Yasmin hacking and finding the OCS. I think for the most part the title of this episode is straightforward. I believe I did go in depth in my reaction and review video, which you can click on the card now. On to episode 2. Do not lie to each other. Since you have taken your old self with its practices and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge, in the image of its creator. I feel that here is where they step into their new journey. Lilith starts off staring at something, Ava and Beatrice getting more involved with Miguel and his group of Samaritans, Adriel performing another miracle in front of the public, and Vincent witnessing it. This then messes with Duretti. Along with that is the news about Mary, 3 simple words. We've lost Mary. Side note, my theory was or is right, and I can't believe it. Go click the link down below of the actress's Twitch if you want context. Now, it took me a while for me to interpret this title, but after some thinking, I think I have it. Ava and Beatrice have been training and remaining undercover, Both have their shared secrets, but individually they also have another. This is with the fact that Beatrice has a crush on Ava, and Ava in turn has a crush on her. Neither speak about it, but things not told can in of itself be interpreted as a lie. Miguel also has a secret, but of course we don't know what it is until a while later. As for Lilith, she may have seen Mary but chose to use vague words and even goes to her mother. I am still very skeptical about that, but like I said, I won't touch on it until I know for sure that Warrior Nun has been saved. Lilith's distance from the OCS and her not saying anything about what happened to her mother is a lie in of itself. Her wanting to find answers is understandable, but not explaining that to the others is what makes her pave a journey for herself with no support. Side note once again, I truly hate her mother, but moving on to Vincent. Vincent, I believe, is lying to himself as well as Adriel. The fact that he is doubting his allegiance or oath to him is what sets his path to drinking again. I am not sure if Doretti has lied, but maybe this plays out later on. On the other hand, there is William, his right-hand man. William is lying to Doretti. He has aligned himself with Adriel at some point. As for Adriel, his lie? I am not sure. He could tell a billion lies. Maybe the plagues. Maybe the power he holds. Like, if he is so powerful as he says he is, why does he need help from Christian and his tech to create the plagues? But these are guesses, with some merit, but guesses nonetheless. As for Christian, he is lying to Jillian about the things he is doing with ArcTech. Now, the other characters, Camilla, Mother Superior, and Yasmin, aren't lying to each other. At least I am hoping they aren't, but as far as I can tell, they aren't, so I'll stick with that. As for Jillian, she doesn't appear to be. Maybe to Lilith, since she finds that it's important to know what Lilith is and what's beyond the portal, but I think it's only partially because she does confront Lilith about this, and it is important to her. But that's as far as I can get with this interpretation. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. On to episode 3. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Now, after 2 months, they reunite. Yasmin finally able to tell the Warrior Nun, aka Ava, how to defeat Adriel, Lilith seeking answers from Jillian, and Jillian providing some, but with selfish intents of finding her son. Doretti finding Adriel's followers in his tight circle and around the cathedral. I think this verse is once again straightforward, with things slowly being uncovered, like the true nature of the Crown of Thorns, or the time elapsed from what's beyond the portal and the time on Earth. Maybe even Doretti showing William his true colors by torturing Cardinal Rossi. Even Rossi himself revealing how the plagues are being made, which is from ArcTech or Christian himself. On another side note, I am unsure of how to take William's reaction to Cardinal Rossi's torture. Also, there was a nun that walked by Doretti that had the tattoo Rossi had. I think that means there's more of them, and that's how or when William sides with Adriel, but moving on. More gets revealed with Jillian finding an entity in the footage. Camilla finding out Adriel can show himself to her. Ava feeling the Halo's power has been turned off like a switch. Then, lastly, Adriel being visited by Lilith. So many things come to light this episode, and I think they even answer some questions for the following episodes. But that's all I have for you. Let me know your thoughts on my interpretations and if you want to add some of your own. For now, you have been briefed.